Good afternoon.
I have no idea if the audio is working.
I'm going to try to check it out.
Never done audio like this before. If it's working, it should be pretty high-end audio. Portman Bridge atop of us there. Portman Bridge atop of us there. Ah, I hear audio. Cool. Audio's working.
Yep. I'll make sure the chat's working. Yeah, chat's working.
Cool. It is 1:38 p.m. plus 6 degrees Celsius out. We are loaded and heading out of the lower mainland. So we're on Highway 17 underneath Portman Bridge. That's Highway 1 on top of us. These guys, or overtake depending on what part of the world you live in. Whoa, I thought that bobtail was going to sideswipe that car for a second. Wasn't sure where that was going.
Oh no, you see we're going to go back into the fog.
Is the camera level? Yeah, we are going to go back to the fog. What happened? We were getting excited about the blue sky.
You're asking somebody that can never look at things that straight.
I wish I had a grid on the phone for that.
You do, but not for that app.
Whoop.
I can't draw a straight line. Don't make me look at things and go
Into the fog. Well, we thought it was a nice, beautiful day.
We have proof it was.
We have proof it was. It was nice to us for a second, but I guess going along the side of the river here, I guess you're bound to run into fog. I bet you when we climb up to Highway 1, we'll get right out of the fog.
It's kind of magical, though. It's pretty.
I haven't done a lower mainland live stream, I think, ever.
We did do one, I just don't remember how long ago. I haven't been with you for 3 weeks or so. It's been a while.
I feel like your microphone might be too far away from your mouth, but I don't know without having people talking to us and seeing.
I'm going to attempt to move it up a little. Moved it up a little bit.
So how are you guys doing today? It's been a while since Jess has been with us, so in 2 weeks from now you guys are going to have videos with her in them. We'll be able to hear, test these microphones out a little more. So far I love these new mics, absolutely love them.
They're really nice at home. They're just so versatile. You can just go use them anywhere.
One of these days I'm going to forget them at home.
You almost did.
One of these days I will.
Walking out the door, I'm like, oh, microphones, your wallet. Yeah. Would have been a long week.
Would have been long. Well, I still have the other microphone in here, I think.
You do.
I should probably keep that in here just as a backup, just in case. At least we have the old microphone if I forget these at home. Because they work so well on the computer for our live streams for our other channel. They work really well for them. It's not why I bought them, but it's cool that they work for that too. To buy another set, one for at home and one for in the truck.
Kind of expensive for that.
Yep. 60 kilometers, right by the CN intermodal yard where they switch containers from semi-trailers to train trailers. Huge yard here to our left. Now we're going to leave Highway 17 and pull onto Highway 1 and head towards Hope.
Hopefully find the blue sky again.
Hopefully the blue sky's up there. Climb, baby, climb. It's all these fully loaded Super Bees climbing this hill that slows us right down. And since we're exiting, I don't want to be the guy that goes in the left lane and cuts in at the last second. So I'll just be patient and follow. Should be pretty good quality here. I think we got 5G here, lower mainland, so
We do.
we should be able to get an hour video in. Oh, I could have passed. Oh well. If this guy's exiting this way, it makes sense.
I can go to 720 right now when I want to watch it back, so.
Highway 1 east toward Mainland Home.
It's early enough, I think we should be able to get out of here before the huge traffic jam, so it should be pretty smooth flowing out of here and get out to Abbotsford and Chilliwack before the rush hour hits. Yeah, it was another. Remember the story? I guess no, you don't, because that's not that episode's not been aired yet. But okay, so we pulled into the yard to unload northeast of Maple Ridge. Small yard out where big rigs have no business being. We arrived at 7:08 a.m. What time did we leave?
After 11?
Yep.
That's after you made a phone call at 7.
I made a phone call at 7, and I just go, hey, I'm in the yard ready to unload. You know when the guys are going to show up? And he just goes, yeah, they should be half an hour, 45 minutes away. 2.5 hours later, someone finally showed up. Actually, you know what? An hour later, a crane showed up. So I chatted with him, and he was like, I was told they would be here by 8:30. So he goes, I thought I was running late. So he got to sit there, and he was just on the phone talking to his boss, saying he was going to head back home empty without doing anything because there was nobody here. He was on his phone with the boss when they showed up. He was ready to leave the yard.
Oh, man.
And then the customer said, send your smallest crane you have. So they brought the smallest crane they have. And it was such a small crane, it could not lift those containers and then boom over. It could only lift straight up and straight down. So it had to lift straight up, I had to pull out, and it lowered it straight back down where it lifted it. And the second container, he just goes, that's right on the line, guys. I don't know if I can lift it. He kind of put a little bit of, I just go, you have to be super, super gentle or else the crane will go into overweight mode and shut us down. So it was right on the limit. I barely slowly squeaked it up, and then I pulled it out of the way, and then he very slowly lowered it. Right at the max weight that crane can lift. And the customer goes, next time can you call us and let us know how much the weight is? I'm like, okay, but you guys have to tell me what the weight is when you're loading it, because I have no way of knowing the exact weight of it. But the crane loading it would have the weight, so if you want that to happen on the other end, where you're, same customer, on the other end when the crane's loading me, have that crane give me the numbers on how much it weighed. And sure, but why can't you guys do that within company?
Exactly.
You guys are the one loading it. How would I know? That's not a me problem. That is a you guys problem. Either way, I'm going to charge them for sitting there.
And just from this time and previous time, they have communication issues.
Twice I've been there, and both times I've sat there and waited. When they showed up, they just go, hey, how long have you been here? I'm like, 7 a.m. He goes, really? He goes, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah, that's what the last guy said too. Last time. So who'd you talk to? I'm like, Sonny. Oh, that guy's driving back home to the East Coast right now. He has no idea what time we're going to be here. I'm like, well, that's the contact we were given, so. I don't know what Sutka charges per hour for me to sit there, because Sutka has to pay my wages as what, $29.50 an hour, something like that. I can't remember exactly. And then the fact that the truck is sitting there not making money, they have to charge for that time too. So I don't know how much they charge per hour for me to sit there.
On top of paying that crane.
And the crane is $1,000 an hour. So if I'm even $100, $200 an hour, I'm cheap compared to the crane sitting and waiting there. Look at those beautiful mountains in the background.
Found the blue sky.
I don't know if you guys can see it. I wonder if I can see Mount Baker.
I could have earlier. I don't know if I can see it again.
Oh, hitting the brakes. Alright, this is the merge area. Oh yeah, I see Mount Baker in the trees there.
Yeah. Hi, Sid. Have we go through Chilliwack yet? Nope.
We're headed towards Chilliwack, so we're headed towards Abbotsford right now. Sid, since you're here, how are our voice volumes, mine and Jess's? Oh, Jess has to pop for that. Go ahead. Go ahead, say something. Okay, come on.
I'm gonna get you. Beautiful day now.
Am I too loud, or is she too quiet, or?
I'll always be quiet.
I know you're always going to be quiet, but how well do you guys understand her? Be a good test. low bridge, 8.46 meters.
I'm actually gonna move my microphone right now.
Why are you moving your microphone?
I don't have to get it set up so I don't lose it back now.
Moving it to the other side for seatbelt reasons.
No, because I'm usually facing, looking out to the
Oh,
right.
you're looking out that way. Yeah. Makes sense.
It says, enjoy this morning, stuck in the big snow event. I think your video.
Today's video was what? Today morning's video was, going through New Westminster. Yes. Was that too boring of a video? I'm glad I shot it because I didn't have a chance to shoot anything else. It got dark and it took me forever to leave the city that week. We're out of the fog for sure. It's beautiful blue skies here.
I didn't feel stressed. It was reality.
Sorry?
I didn't feel stressed. No, it was reality.
Oh yes. Yeah. Part of the trucking, right? Part of my everyday work. It's not every day. Thank goodness it's not every day like that. But part of trucking job is going through bumper to bumper like that. Okay. Go right ahead. Take that space. It was mine, but if you wanted it, you can have it. We're coming up on Abbotsford now.
We asked dispatch. We have no clue what we're doing tomorrow yet.
What?
They can hear me if you can't hear me.
I can't hear you.
Said we asked dispatch and they don't know what we're doing tomorrow yet.
Oh, yes. No, we don't. I swear you talk quieter with a microphone on. Might be a subconscious thing.
This wasn't a talk about Jeff's video.
Oh, I thought this was a talk about Jeff's video. My bad.
Chris Seaboard says, I like seeing all aspects of what you do. Looks like he is booked into MTI for February. And hi back to you.
Whoa, dude, that was MySpace.
So that's pretty cool that you made progress, that you booked into MTI.
So MTI in February. That's, you know what, I really am envious. I went to MTI in the summer. I saw last week MTI driving through a foot of snow. The education you get while driving in winter conditions in the mountains. Like, that's the best time to go to school.
You went.
February is going to be awesome.
You went in August.
Yeah, I went August, yeah.
Yeah.
There was no snow on the road.
No.
So going in, still have winter in February, I mean, that's going to be awesome for learning how to drive.
You find out quickly if you like the mountain driving.
That's cool. That's really cool. My recommendation at MTI is jump on that simulator anytime you have spare minutes and log as much spare time as you can. Anytime you have spare time, log time on that simulator. Having said that, that simulator sucks. Nothing like the real truck. It sucks, but that's not why you're there. The reason you're on that simulator is to log as many voluntary hours as possible. Going above and beyond, as many as you can. Because the owner of MTI goes, hey, this one driver spent every spare minute he had sitting on this simulator trying to learn as much as possible. Every spare minute he had, he spent extra time. And sometimes the owner of the school will suggest drivers to different companies. And if you can get a reference from the training school as, hey, this is one of the really good students that went above and beyond, that spent a lot of their spare time trying to learn more, better chance getting into a good trucking company as well.
If I remember correctly, he's already booked through September now.
Yeah.
So.
But the better of an impression you can make, the better, right?
Yep.
So sitting on that simulator on your spare time is painful to do. A real truck shifts much better than the simulator.
He says, I'm kind of looking forward to it. Didn't know they had a simulator. I never got the job offer from SONY. There's not, like, Castlegar's nice, but there's not much to go do.
No, there's not much to do while you're in school. There's a movie theater, and in the summer there's some nice little parks and stuff, but what I did was I got a pool pass. After school I would go to the pool. I paid for a month-long pool pass and went to the pool on a daily basis. That's what I did when I was at MTI.
Yeah, like, it's a really nice city and area, but there's not much to do.
Because the school is right next to the fire department, and the fire department's right next to the pool. So I spent a lot of time at the pool. It wasn't that expensive, it was fairly cheap.
Gotta do the driver theory exam here in the UK first.
Yeah.
And he's not much of a swimmer.
No, I don't swim much either, but just sit in the hot tub, just hang out, relax. I love it. The theory test is not hard. There's websites you can go and take practice tests. Highly recommend that. I wouldn't know the website name right offhand, but Google practice test. And take those practice tests over and over and over.
Oh, was it MTI sent you all these sites already?
Yeah, if you can pass those practice tests without any errors, you know you'll do pretty good on the actual test. There'll be different questions, but if you get most of them right already, it'll make the actual test easy. All right, if we see a good gap here we go. Here we go. They're making a space for me. Let's take it. Let's take it.
Like,
Enough following.
here's the beautiful view. Like, it probably won't show it again.
Yeah, you kind of see Mount Baker behind the trees there. It's literally just to the right. Kind of blocked. You don't really get to see good shots of Mount Baker, like right there. But it's probably a wide angle enough of the lens that you can't see anything anyway. There's Mount Baker. Probably really tiny for you guys and way in the background. It's pretty epic to see it in real life. Oh, this is Abbotsford, by the way. Fraser Highway here. Okay, Mustang, why? Why'd you bother passing me then? You're gonna literally hit the brakes in front of me. None of that made any sense there, Mustang. They have a new sticker in the back window. Let's hang out here then. I do like the Mustang, the yellow lettering on the outside. That looks kind of neat. You don't see very often yellow lettering on the outside. Probably a Goodyear logo, yellow like that. It looks kind of neat on a sports car. I like that look. On the right car, it looks okay. Well, the Mustang pulled in behind me now. Don't understand you, but I don't need to understand. Let's just get out of here.
Same thought I have. Out of the city we go.
I'm hesitant in pulling back in the right lane because what if the Mustang does it to me again? I don't need to get brake checked here. At least I got lots of cameras all facing forward. There's literally 5 cameras right now facing forward. Only 2 of them are recording. But There are 5 forward-facing cameras on my front windshield. I like when they have these long merge lanes here. People that are merging on can get up to speed and just wedge right between everybody. It's quite handy. Oh, here comes that Mustang again.
Oh, it's what, 6 degrees out right now.
Yeah, 6 degrees Celsius. Yep. It's quite comfortable outside. Their license plate is in green and it said Extra Flex. For the record, I am going full speed limit. Okay, for the record, I am going beyond full speed limit. By a little bit.
You also have a load on you, but it's not a baby load.
Yeah, I've got a load all right. But I'll show it to you guys. If we don't lose cell service, I will show you guys the load when we get to Bridal Falls. When I saw the dispatch, I had a load of drywall. I'm like, and it has to be tarped. I'm like, okay. I'm like, drywall. Should I get fuel first? Just drywall people tend to overload me in weight. But should I get fuel first? I'm like, I'm not even at half a tank. I forget it. I'll load, and if all of a sudden it's max weight, I'll just have to be careful how much fuel I put in. That's not a problem. That's definitely not a problem. In fact, if I get a phone call right now, that's all of a sudden get a call and said, hey, there's another pickup for you somewhere, I wouldn't be surprised. I would prefer just to get out of here before that phone call comes. Having said that, it'll be a little sketchy needing the passes with a load this heavy. I do not have a lot of weight on the drive, so it'll be a little sketchy.
Thankfully, when I looked, the webcams didn't look bad, so. I think this week is supposed to be kind of like this, that much for moisture.
As long as it gets warm in the day and melts off that black ice, we'll be fine. But by the evening, by about 5 or 6 p.m., the black ice starts, and then we're gonna have to drive careful. And we're gonna be doing that today, so we're probably fine till probably a Soyuz, between a Soyuz and Grand Forks, and start getting slippery. Then we'll have to do the Paulson on all the slipperiness.
My Polestar doesn't have a camera right now, so I can't even tell you what it looks like.
As long as the chain up lights aren't on. Opposite direction as us.
I really like, I know it's hard for you guys to see the mountains, but see where the snow level is like that.
Yeah, you can see exactly what elevation it snowed last night. Fresh dusting on all the on all the mountains. It is windy out here. Looking for a flag because I'm getting buffeted around. Fertilized peat moss company there on the right hand side. They take sawdust and soil and mix it all together and let it ferment. Probably mix manure into some of it, depending on what kind of soil. And it creates a lot of heat. They actually started up on fire the one time. Hard fire to get out. So the whole pile is just creating heat.
You can often see all the steam come off of it.
Yep. So you always see loaders moving the loads around so that they have a chance to cool off. Just moving the load around. Taking a pile and just shifting it over 20 feet over. And
Mushrooms.
yep, big mushroom farm on the left-hand side of those buildings. Welcome to Chilliwack. We're going to be up on those 50 kilometers before Bridal Falls. I'm going to have to do a load secure before then. I think we'll pull onto Old Yale Road or just Yale Road and just park on the off-ramp or on-ramp, on-ramp, off-ramp, whatever. We'll park on there and quickly check the load.
The exit ramp.
Exit ramp. Yeah, that's it. That'd be a good word to use there. Oh, dude's front end is broken. That wheel didn't look very healthy.
I'm just enjoying the blue sky.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Haven't had blue for a while.
Like even at home, it's been gloomy.
Oh, see, look, there's silage silos sitting around that I've never really noticed before. There's a big Canadian maple leaf on the side. Those big blue towers.
Oh, okay, over there, yeah.
Yeah. Those are silage towers, or silos.
Yeah, he's gonna attempt to do the load check live. You should have cell service.
I'm gonna do it here, so you guys will see the load. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing to check. It'll be really quick and easy. It's gonna get out, snap all the straps, which is way too many straps but it's kind of a fragile load. So I threw on extra straps and didn't tighten it down as tight.
Yeah, see, it's not a very special load.
It's a special load.
There's a lot of sarcasm going on here.
Big, heavy load. It's a load of drywall. Whenever I get a load this size, I take special care of it because
It's ordered for one.
it's probably an order for one project, and they've ordered just enough for that project, and if one gets damaged, they can't finish the project, right? So,
Like one house or one building being built and they wanted it.
no,
Okay.
one room.
One room. Something, right? Like it's... And this could be the backup from the first original order.
Okay, Jackwagon, are you speeding up? Now we're going the same speed. Thanks.
I seemed a little bit distracted earlier when I was watching
Well,
him.
the driver looks very young.
He's definitely on his phone or something.
I wouldn't have passed him if I had known he was going to speed up. Because I'm just turning off over here, but he was going so slow, I'm like, it's worth passing him. Never mind. We're still above half a tank. I'm not even going to fuel up here.
Keep left into Highway 1.
So if you guys see rigs pulled over on the shoulders like this, either they're sleeping and spending the night there, or they're just pulling over to do a legal load check. We have to check after we're done loading, we have to check after 50 kilometers. And then after that initial 50 kilometer check, we have to check, not 50 kilometers, 50 miles. And then after initial 50 mile check, we have to go 150, every 150 miles. All right.
Hello there, MW. Oh, so much quieter now.
You want to mark it on the e-log? Just choose different activity. Jess hasn't been with for such a long time. Activities. Let's grab the phone. Come on. It is stuck in there good, which is probably good. Load securement Chilliwack. Thanks. Jump out. Looking into the sun, but all I'm doing is checking every strap if it's nice and snug. But that's my load. A load of drywall. Pretty impressive, huh? Pretty impressive load of drywall. That's all I do is check to make sure all the straps are still tight. And if you've been driving for a while and haven't checked all the lights and everything, you often check the lights too. But I usually do that at brake checks. There goes our cattle carrier. Back on the road.
Yeah, like the roads were muddy enough last night. You were stopping quite often.
I had my spray bottle and I was washing the headlights regularly. Yeah, I stop more often in the brake checks, just to pull over, wash the lights. It's just that mucky weather that the headlights would go dim so quickly. I'm sure I'll be doing lots of that tonight again. I'd rather have that than go black ice.
We had one corner yesterday that was kind of...
One corner I went, woohoo! Like Mario Kart drifting. Thank goodness I'm good at Mario Kart. I was definitely counter steering in that one. Turned the steering wheel the wrong way. Important not to slam on the brakes when that happens. If anything hit the throttle, I just let it flow the speed it was going and just counter steered, slid right through. Literally slid right through. Hammer down. And we'll just stay with you guys until we lose cell service. Whenever we lose cell service, I don't know when that will be, but we'll be closer to those mountains. I don't know if it'll be before or after Bridal Falls, but by the time we hit Hope, I'm pretty sure we are done with the live stream. So then we don't have cell service for until we get to Princeton. I mean, there's a couple of hot spots where there's a cell service. If you stop at just the right spot, you can get a couple of bars, like Sunshine Valley and Lodge in Manning Park. There's a couple of hot spots if you stop at just the right spot to get cell service. So it'll be a nice long stream today. Well over an hour, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, it'll be a good test. If the microphones are working.
Yeah, can you guys hear Jess well? With the loud background of the truck, my initial test of the microphone, I was actually blowing it out. I had the mic too close to me, so I have the microphone further away from me. So
This is usually winter in the lower mainland. This is what they usually have.
we don't get snow a lot down here. Yeah, they look great down here, the conditions, but we have to drive up into that snow up there.
Sound is good, they say.
Oh, good. Good. I'm impressed with this new microphone. Or microphones. I was worried that the background noise would be all the way gone, but it's not. You can still hear the background noise, but I can still hear my voice crisp. But I haven't tried two microphones before, so this is the first time we're trying two microphones. I think it was a good purchase.
Me too.
How much did it cost?
I don't remember.
$400, give or take.
I bought it with the cameras. I don't remember.
With the new camera and the microphones together. Microphone. You guys aren't watching the new camera. The new camera is for our videos. Although we might have to try it with a live stream. software is different for this camera live stream.
I wasn't ready to test that out.
Nope. I'm going to test that out on a day that we have time to test it out. You know what? I'm hungry. I know I just ate a sandwich, but I'm still hungry.
I know what I'm hankering.
What are you hankering?
A poutine for some reason.
Well, just driving by Chilliwack here, I'm like, there's a Wendy's right there, and they have good poutine. We could have taken that exit. I don't think the truck would have fit in there, but well, we could have gone to that card lock.
Yeah, there's a car lock and we
Yes, a
walk.
card lock, and then walk over to Wendy's. Yeah, we could have done that.
And I think we're hankering something. But we just started the week. We have plenty of food in here. We just don't feel like it.
I know when you hate all the food in the truck. It's like you're kind of stuck with the food you have, but there's an airplane there, but it's in the snow. You can't see it. It's funny. A white airplane blends right into the snow back there really well. We're right next to the Chilliwack Airport.
Oh, poutine. Oh, you don't love Canada.
Poutine? You know what? Either you hate poutine or you love it. Most people hate it without trying it. Poutine is a Canadian thing. If you live in Poutine, I think proper pronunciation is Poutine, but we always call it poutine here. If you live in Quebec, I think it's Poutine. But poutine, it is French fries, and you dump a bunch of fresh cheese curds on top. Well, I guess just cheese curds. They're best when they're fresh. And then you take hot gravy and pour it over, and the cheese curds melt into the French fries. So you have French fries with gravy and cheese curds in there. And you eat it with a fork. And
It's kind of like a brown gravy, but
yep.
slightly different if it's proper gravy. But yeah, you want the squeaky fresh cheese curds. Some places cheap out and do like shred cheese and stuff.
Yeah, that's not.
It's
But
not.
you want the cheese curds. Shredded cheese, that's not poutine. That's not. I've ordered poutine like that, and I'm like, well, tasted okay, but that's not what I wanted.
Unless like the original version, but yeah, you put like pulled pork and like you name all these different types of ingredients into it nowadays. Different versions of it, varieties, variations.
It's good. It's good. I do like my poutine with a little bit of bacon
Yeah,
sprinkled
bacon
over
is
top.
top. Yeah.
Yeah, we had poutine in Quebec City, downtown Quebec City. Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
They know how to do poutine in Quebec.
It's definitely not healthy and it's a lot of sodium, but it's kind of tasty once in a while.
I've always ordered the fries with no salt. Because once you add the gravy and cheese, it gets too salty.
Hey Dan. Dan
For
tells
my-
me,
for
tell
my
me
liking.
something I don't know. We went to Chilliwack. Where are you, Dan?
Yeah, we just drove by. I was waving, but I didn't see you waving back.
You guys have the blue sky, but the wind.
It's windy, yeah. I still haven't seen a flag to see how windy it is.
Well, the airport would have had one.
Yeah, the airport would have had one. Alright, Toyota. Zooming by. I don't mind slow people. Don't mind them at all.
I like get married to a slow person. My nickname's literally kidnapped. I walk slow.
You don't drive slow though.
I drive slower than most people.
I mean, you drive slower than I do, yeah, but... Well, you know what? You drive the speed I'm driving the big rig, basically.
But I have my N. I don't have my full license, so I can't afford a ticket. I have to restart my N. So I can't afford that.
And I can't afford to lose my license or else I'm out of a job.
Yeah.
So I usually behave. Usually being the key word. I own a motorcycle, come on. Well, I promise I drive at speeds that I'll never get my... I promise I drive most of the time at a speed I would never lose my driver's. Are those storks or...
No, there's snow geese, basically.
Snow geese?
They're just white geese, but I call them snow geese because they only migrate here.
No, that looks like a swan though.
They're geese.
No, on the ground they look like swans.
There's a whole bunch of them.
I think they're swans.
They're geese.
They're geese?
I looked it up a few winters ago.
Okay.
I'll show you again.
Snow geese. I'll take your word for it.
I only know this from my aunt and uncle on the farm has snow geese. What kind of motorcycle do you have?
What kind of motorcycle do I have? It's a street triple. Street triple. It's actually a purple bike that's wrapped in white. So the tab underneath it is purple. What year is the street triple? 2021, 22, something like that. Yeah, Triumph. Yes. Triumph street triple. It goes fast enough for me. It's got lots. It's got too many horses to keep me out of trouble.
Basically, you bought it from your brother because he wanted a bike, and that's why you had it.
And I like the street triple.
But you really
It is for sale.
you like this new bike, though.
People can buy. It's for sale for $6,000. I haven't listed it anywhere, but in my mind it is for sale. And he has. There's literally 4 bikes parked in his garage.
Yeah.
My bike, he has 2 bikes, and his wife has got 1 bike. So, and I don't know what bikes he has. They're Hondas. I think it's Suzuki too, right? We have a mixed match of bikes in there.
Cold in the shade.
In the shade, and this is where we might start getting a little bit buffering on the cell service. We're going to start getting worse and worse quality cell service here as we get closer and closer to these mountains. And once we lose cell service, we'll be gone. That'll be the end of the stream. What?
Chris wants to know if you ever fancy a side-by-side. A MEV ×3.
We used to have a quad. I would definitely consider a side-by-side, but the quad was better for our mountains.
And Yukon is here. It says, have a good run, brother. Driver, Yukon Fairbrains. I know, it's hard when you can't read the comments like I can.
Yukon Fairbanks? Is that what you said? Fairbanks?
That's what it says.
Okay. I just didn't hear you. I just need to hear. Poke somebody else's ear. Just poke your own ear. Go away. See what I get when she comes with? I get harassed. Yes. Safe travels as well, driver. Yeah. Side by side. A lot of the trails, side by sides are too wide for them here. But side by sides would be a lot of fun.
definitely limited with a side by side here.
Yeah. You can get narrower side-by-sides, but you're really squished inside of them.
And you're afraid of the flatlands, the prairies.
Yeah.
And it makes sense over in the prairies.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense in the prairies. And side-by-sides make a lot more sense if you can street legal them. Some states in the U.S. you can legally drive a side-by-side on the road. I'd be a huge fan of side-by-side then. But quads and side-by-sides are illegal on roads in British Columbia. This is Bridal Falls. And no, you're not going to be able to see the falls, but there are some falls on the right-hand side in the mountains here that are pretty spectacular. Just a small creek that flows over them, but it's a pretty tall fall. Not sure what the construction equipment's doing there. We'll just give them room. Can't read that sign.
I know.
Bright sunlight's reflecting off of it. Hope 31 kilometers. Down to 3 degrees Celsius. See, we're getting closer and closer to that snow. Unfortunately, we're going to lose cell service before we do hit the snow. Well, I think that's just frost beside us, not snow, but that is white beside us.
That has to be a little bit of snow.
That is snow, you're right. We are in some snow already. Never mind, there's a little bit of snow here. Get to see it in daylight for the first time since the snow. Pipeline. Island. This is a part of the highway where there's a lot of accidents. As soon as the roads get a little slippery, there's accidents that start over here. Not sure why. I guess the curves are just a little bit more than the others, and people get thrown off, and it is in the shade, so the roads are usually slipperier. The amount of it, it's got to be millions of dollars a day.
Yeah.
That one's flowing pretty good.
Let's see, it did a quick cell phone dropped. I saw the live stream quickly reconnect.
Oh, reconnecting.
Yeah.
So we're starting to get into that dropping cell service, which also means you guys are getting a lot lower quality video. Yeah, people want me to do live streams all the time. It's like, we can't. There's very limited areas we can.
I saw these guys earlier.
Yeah, those, I don't. I figured as much. As soon as we go downhill, he'd be going faster than us. Like, he's much heavier than we are, but he's speeding.
Oh no, it's not your internet at all. You'll see when you drive the mountains. You don't have self-service.
Besides those potholes, I'm driving beside the highway instead of in the track because those potholes are big.
You'll notice it for like even the radio and stuff here.
Yep, no radio, no cell phone service in a lot of the mountains. So we have cell service here on the lower mainland. As we get into the mountains, we lose cell service. We have a small section of cell service by Princeton, by Karamias, and then from Osoyoos to Midway, we have cell service. So there's a good chunk there. So that's the second opportunity for videos. Then we don't have really any. That's really it.
Greenwood and Grand Forks.
But none of those are long enough to do a live stream.
Yeah, then Christina Lake.
Over there, we do have really good cell service until you get out of the mountains. Running one or the Coquihalla, there's much better cell service there. I think if I ran those highways, I would get a cell booster, and that would really, because most of that highway has at least 2 bars of cell service. So
Yeah.
a cell booster would help you. But Highway 3, not
Yeah.
much cell service there.
That is you breaking up later.
I'm breaking up. All right, thank you guys. I'll be breaking up more and more as we get further, so